Today we're going to look at the song At the Cross, and I'm going to play it for you the way I would just play the song, and then we're going to go look back and look at some of the things that I've added into the traditional song. If you were to just find it in your hymnal, and it's in everybody's hymnal, it's quite often written in the key of E flat, and so that's where we're going to be with the song today, and it would look similar to this. And it would go on through the song, and it's it's a beautiful song, wonderful progressions. But if you're just going to play the song, or if you're going to do it as an offertory, or if you're doing it as prelude, or any other time where you're just playing the song, you can add a whole lot more to it. And then when you're doing it in congregational playing, you can add some of those same things in, and I think you'll be very pleased with the outcome. Even though playing it just straight like you would find it in the hymnal is fine, I think you'll find it more interesting if you add some other chords. So since it starts in the key of E flat, that's where we would start. And in your mind, whenever I'm doing this, what I'm doing is singing the song in my mind, and then I'm playing what I think is going to sound best with the lyrics and with the message of that song. And here's how I would do it. So that's how I would do it if I were just going to play it before a service, or even during the offering and I wasn't looking for something big and upbeat and exciting. If I was just looking for something more steady, I would play that song and have many times for those occasions. But what I've done there is not terribly complicated. It's just a matter of putting together different elements into the same song, and then adding them all together to get the sum total of what you want. So when you're starting off with "Alas, and did my Savior bleed," instead of we'll add stuff to it. And what I'm going to do is walk up a little bit in the bass notes. Here we go. E flat to an F minor, nothing there was really terribly difficult or out of the ordinary. It's just a matter of adding them in together in the right places. So we're going from an E flat chord to an F minor chord to really what is another inversion of the E flat chord, but with a G on the bottom. And then we're going to do an A flat for the "Did my sovereign die" part, and I'm just going to roll it like this. And then instead of going to the standard B flat, I'm going to go to an F minor. So we go. And normally I would do a little glissando there. And I would do that F minor and then go back to the B flat. And then go into the next. And that's a C minor, and that's the wrong note, to the A flat, and then to the A flat down to what will be a B flat, and then going back to our original E flat chord. So I'm going to try to do all that together once more and show you again how that goes. There's that B flat 7th chord, and then back to the E flat. And then you'll go into the chorus. Not complicated, just a matter of adding some minor chords and some movement. I like movement in my left hand. I like to move from one chord up to the next and down from one to the other, and I like to go halfway between one to get to the next chord. And if you add that in different places, it sounds so much more interesting than just playing the standard notation of the hymn. So I hope that will be a help and a blessing to you. This morning we're going to look at, well, it's not really morning, it's this afternoon. Okay. We'll cut that part out.